Hey, what's up guys? Alex here in downtown Toronto. It's another beautiful Saturday late afternoon, but it's also the last day of September 2023, and it's around 5 p.m. and I'm here on Queen Street West at, well, that's University Avenue right there, and City Hall is also down there as well. But we're here at Simcoe Street, the northern end at least, and there's a public walkway that'll connect you to a few office buildings, and there's the historic, is that the Campbell House? Let me just zoom in on that sign. Yep, the Campbell House Museum. I think it's been here for over a century, and look, there's a black squirrel right when I zoom out. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Welcome to Toronto, home of the black squirrels. I mean, they're not really common outside of Ontario, but not surprising. We have the most population of them in the world, but I've already explained it. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying here. Let's get to walking. So it's been a while. It's actually been over a year and a half since I filmed a walk along Simcoe Street. It runs parallel to University Avenue, which is a block east of here, as I mentioned. And it's right here in the near heart of downtown Toronto. And it's not even a cloud in the sky. And this is our last, this weekend might be our last opportunity of, to witness summer-like weather, because as you can clearly see, I'm wearing once again a t-shirt and a short after yesterday. I kind of regret wearing pants because I got up early to go to Richmond Hill to do some elevator hunting and making some videos. And here is Richmond Street West, and same thing with its sister Adelaide Street. Both streets have seen a ton of construction hell. See, look, there's a random excavator in here in the middle of the street, because you know that they're going to be tearing up this whole street pretty soon. And must remember that Adelaide Street Richmond Street, it's a one-way street going west, and Adelaide goes east. There's the Hilton Hotel with some nice scenic Westinghouse elevators that have been modernized. And I think I filmed a Dover elevator in the building next door right there. But we are just west of the financial district. It's good to see many people out and about enjoying their day. And wearing the shorts like always, because it is around 23 degrees Celsius. Oh, and I filmed some revamped Otis elevators in here a week and a half ago. They're quite nice. When we get to King Street West, there's an iconic view of the CN Tower. Speaking of which, there's the CN right there. But when we get to King Street, you're gonna get a great shot of it and the Roy Thompson Hall. This is obviously new. And there's the Shangri-La Hotel, completed in 2012. Yeah, so the area has seen a lot of condos. As that guy almost walked into me. But he's crossing the street now, but still. And this area is known for its nightlife. Actually, we are in the entertainment district. Yeah, it's known for its nightlife, clubs and restaurants. And there's a couple of studio buildings here as well. Unfortunately for me, though, I gotta cross over to the other side, so here we go. I think that cyclist went through the red light. Oh well, they can be assholes sometimes. But look at that, I love the sun reflecting off the buildings here. I feel like that's what really defines the city, is the amount of skyscrapers we have. So, as I mentioned before, to tours, it thinks like we're like New York, right? But we are in the freaking concrete jungle, of course, so I mean, what does it matter? very glad that I live in such a huge metropolis. But unfortunately, it's just, as I already mentioned, it's already freaking expensive to even afford to live here. And I think that's St. Andrew's Church right there, as you're coming up to King Street. And there's the Elephants and Castle. Oh, and there's a King streetcar. That will be on Route 504. This song sounds so familiar. Wow. This song is so familiar. I can't even remember the last time I heard it. Anyway, there's the iconic view of the CN Tower right above the Roy Thompson Hall. And there's Metro Hall, which used to be the backbone of the city. Well, I think it was until until '98, when everything just incorporated to the mega city. And this is where the symphony orchestra plays. I think I might have saw them once when I was 5. I can't remember. And my grandfather used to work in that building. And the Prince of Wales Theatres is just behind me. And yes, it is St. Andrew's Church. Trying to photobomb these guys' shots. The only thing I did today was I filmed a bus ride on the 63. It was on a new Nova. Was it 70 something? Anyway, the subway was closed between Shepherd West and St. Clair West, and that's the part of the line that's very rarely seen closures. So Marley Avenue was quite busy, full of its shuttle buses as always. I didn't want to go along Eglinton this time, so took the 63 down and then just took line 2 across.
I think they left it there because they were giveaways.
And of course it took long because we expect with the subway closed, it's obviously gonna add to your travel times. And I remember in the 2010s when they were installing ATC, which is automatic train control. It was like every weekend. It was either we take shuttle buses or we just take other east-west routes across to Yonge Street, then we just go down the eastern side of Line 1. That's how freaking complicated it was. But after ATC was installed on that part of our line, then came for the eastern side of Line 1. So of course every weekend that part of the line was closed. But it's almost been nearly a year since these modifications were completed. And here's Wellington Street. You can see a GO train going by and a Via behind it. And another one. And almost all of these buildings connect to the underground path network. There's 3 RBC buildings here. This one, a Water Park Place on Queens Quay, and Royal Bank Plaza, which is across from Union Station. I was also hanging around the Eaton Center, giving my phone a charge while playing a couple of games on my phone at the Hudson's Bay store, where I still do my usual relaxing and stuff. I think tomorrow I'm going to spend the day finishing up some homework, which is due later this week. And there's an Up Express train, so we get 3 in 1. Nice. And Front Street's coming up. I'm sure you guys all know, if you're a millennial or an older Gen Zoomer or Gen Xer, for all these condos were built and these typical glass office buildings. They used to be all parking lots. And now it's not really a thing anymore. I believe Microsoft, not Microsoft, but Google Canada is going to be headquartered in one of these buildings very soon. And here is Front Street. This is where Simcoe becomes Lower Simcoe, but it's going to be called Simcoe Street for me, at least, and in the title of the video. And oh, well, it's not Toronto without honking, you know. It's like almost, so just mentioned, it's almost like New York City. Look west, but the sun, you know, the days are starting to get shorter, so sunset's now around 7 p.m. And as we go into October, see, look, the sunlight's reflecting off Royal Bank. That's freaking cool. And the Royal York Hotel's right there. What a view, man. Honestly, that's just amazing. At least won't get copyrighted by Get Lucky by Daft Punk and Pharrell. And yeah, this is the convention center. It's hosted a lot of events here, like Fan Expo, which I attended this year and last year, as well as others. But obviously, the convention center has had some important business meetings, conferences, and stuff like that. Fun fact: was it back in 2004? My dad used to be a real estate agent, and he saw Donald Trump there. And I kid you not, he literally did see Trump, who is now the most controversial United States president in mankind. What a clown. He doesn't have any remorse. He's still obsessed with calling it a rigged election. Even for us Canadians, we're still hearing about it. It's such a big thing. I mean, I would probably explode it if oh, of course he's got to rev that. And you know, of course, you know, as I mentioned, if I was in the United States, I would probably be going off and on about that guy. But obviously not, because I'm not American. And now we're walking under the rail corridor, but I am behind a lot of people. So I guess I'm gonna wait for the right time and then I'll just sprint past. Oh, by the way, I forgot to even mention, today is National Truth and Reconciliation Day, which is a day where Canada honors the life of, how should I put it? This is a day where we remember all the Indigenous children who were forced to live at residential schools, and unfortunately, a lot of them did not survive. They were subject to torture and inhumane conditions there. And after the discovery of the graves 2 years ago, it just became a big deal to this country, including the Indigenous community. So if a viewer is Indigenous, or you happen to be part of the traumatic events decades ago, my heart's with you, and hoping that you will find peace. All right, welcome to Bremner Boulevard in the South Core District. Again, all of these condos were not here back then. There's Scotiabank Arena, formerly Air Canada Centre, home of the Maple Leafs and Raptors. And yes, next month both seasons begin. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm more of a hockey and basketball fan, of course, as you guys already know. And oh look, there's the CN Tower, just near the base, right next to the aquarium and the Sky Dome, where the Toronto Blue Jays, I think they're playing an important game tonight. Is it right now or is it late? I don't even know. I don't follow baseball. But I did hear that they can clinch a playoff spot as it's the near end of the season. Okay, go Blue Jays, I guess. But I'm not a fan. I don't follow them. But hoping for the best, I guess. And we're almost at the waterfront and Queens Quay. I think after this, I'm probably gonna start heading home. It's gonna take me a bit longer because with the subway closed, so that means I gotta take the eastern side of line 1. I'll most likely take it to Eglinton, and then I'll just go right across with the 32, unfortunately with an uncertain timeline for the friggin' LRT. But I've already talked about that before. About this stupid man, the CEO of Metrolinx, who nearly has $1 million salary with his incompetence, and he's still with Metrolinx. What a dud this guy is. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a day off. Sundays I always take a day off to like relax, get some homework done, maybe do a laundry, and then just get ready for school because I gotta get up in the morning on Monday at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys already know where I go, some of you anyway. But it takes a while for me to get to school, even though it's fast. But later, eventually, it'll have to be just 2 to 3 routes since I won't have to go to Scarborough Center to transfer. And then later on, when the Eglinton line opens, it'll be even better. I still go back and forth between my 2 homes, but I'm not always at Keelsville that much because I have a tight schedule and the LRT line is still not open. Now, this is one of the longest light cycles here as we're approaching Lakeshore Boulevard and the Gardner, so I'm going to walk a little fast here as time is winding down. And nice wiener dog here. A lot of Lakeshore Boulevard in the downtown core runs directly underneath the Gardner. But unfortunately, this area has seen some homeless encampments. This is why you do not want to be driving down here, especially on weekends. It's crazy busy. There's my shadow, but disappeared. I heard a lot of notorious things about this parking garage. I think it's this one. I've been told it smells like piss in there 24/7. My dad doesn't, you know, when my dad and I used to drive to downtown, he would always park like at the north end of downtown or maybe in Rosedale. He could never trust any of these parking garages because they're not clean, obviously, and it's pretty expensive. Oh well, my dad cannot stand public transit anyway, so. And here we are at Queens Quay West, so we walked the entirety of Simcoe Street. Oh look, we got a Van Hool bus. You guys making a run for it. Even though it's on his turn, but there we go. Aw, that's a nice white dog. And this part of the waterfront has seen a lot of developments in the 2010s. Alright, so I think I'm going to hang out around here for a short while. Then I'll take the streetcar and start heading home. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. And I have a long backlog of transit videos, walking videos, and elevator videos dating back to now August. So you're going to slowly see some videos, but I think by the time you're watching this, it's probably going to be like late October, or Halloween, or early November. But I always appreciate you guys' support, and looking forward to bringing you guys more content as we dive into the colder months, as we have to start wearing our jackets. But anyhow, thanks for watching, take care, and peace out. Bye-bye.